Impediment to action advances actions. What stands in the way becomes the way. The change is quite significant. The AI narrative is currently making a huge impact on the industry. So unlike in previous times when clients were expecting just to provide us services or people, customers are expecting tangible outcomes and ROI. So that's why we are focused on making sure that we blend our services, our engineering expertise with solutions, that we have something extra to offer, that we connect our services to the business outcomes of the customers, that they can see ROI on their investment. The reason is that you cannot be an expert in everything. You have to have depth of the expertise rather than the breadth of the expertise. So you can drive a lot of value by being specialized in certain services, understanding the customer domain better, understanding what kind of problems you can solve for the customer and how the economics of the customer work. You cannot do that on the scale of too many industries. So it's better to be specialized in 1-2 industries, to understand 1 or 2 technologies and to be able to apply those to help customers thrive in this business environment. And this is where we are going. AI promise is huge. Everybody expects to benefit from this technology. What everybody underestimates is the degree of technical debt, because there's a lot of problems potentially which sit within the customer kind of existing landscape that must be addressed before taking advantage of these huge opportunities that arise within the AI. So for me, AI is like a cherry on the cake. So you need to address too many issues connected with data, workflows, processes within the companies before you start tackling the AI itself. The way how we work with our customers like Linde, Canon Production Printing, we try to engage with the business stakeholders to understand where the problems are. Then we leverage our own IP and our engineering expertise to help them show the quick results, quick ROI. Then we can start working on the broader agenda, helping them with different areas to connect their business problems with the solutions that we have. Usually we do this via discovery workshops. And when we have the proof of concept, we can leverage that on bigger scale and help them implement those solutions, have a safe way, efficient way as well to achieve good ROI on this investment. We created AI-powered campaign management tool for Essence Mediacom, WPP. STX Next supported Linde employees across more than 50 nations, as far as I recall, to get instant source-cited answers from across thousands PDFs and dozens of systems. We also helped Man Group, which manages more than 150 billion portfolio, to gain real-time simulations and filtering tools to evaluate and adjust positions faster. I think the specialty of the Central Eastern European engineering is the ingenuity, this very entrepreneurial approach, quick learning, adapting environment, and actual ability to connect the dots. And this is very much in sync how the technology is evolving. By keeping the pace, just understanding what is the most relevant for the customers and being able to find the right solutions for these problems, leveraging existing company IPs and something that partners are coming up with. You can come up with the solutions that are relevant in this market context for the customers. So I like to work with the team which is passionate, which is committed, and obviously which has the expertise to be able to show the meaningful results. it's important to have this team motivated, which means they are looking and exclusively focused on delivering the results, and they are passionate, so they care about what they are doing. In this kind of an environment, you can achieve great outcomes. I would say trust is very important. It's very important to put all the noise outside the room, just to have an open conversation and make sure the team is motivated, the team has the plan, and they are moving forward with the plan, again, to deliver tangible results. I think many people think about leadership as somebody who is like very far in the sky. And this is very common misconception, but that also depends how CEO and how the leadership is actually working with the teams on the daily basis. I try to cultivate the culture that people can come and they can raise good ideas, that they can challenge my ideas, and the best ideas win. And this is the environment where people feel safe, and in this environment people should not be afraid, and they should treat us as a management, as a leadership team, just as somebody who is trying to have the same outcomes as they want to have, good business outcomes which connect to the good personal outcomes. I'm following one simple concept in my life, which is called Stockdale paradox. It basically says that you have to maintain two key beliefs in a way. So one belief that ultimately you would be successful, so it's a fair degree of optimism. On the other hand, you have to be resilient enough and have a stamina to be able to come over all the obstacles that you have on this path. So, in combining those two, your work routine and your personal ambition, your family life to a degree, if you put this into this framework, this is really helpful. This is one of the concepts which is coming from Stoicism as a philosophy, which I'm a big fan of. Marcus Aurelius, he came up with the concept of obstacle, and which is very much in parallel to the philosophy which I mentioned. But basically, he's saying that impediment to action advances actions. What stands in the way becomes the way. I like the book by Viktor Frankl, The Man in the Search of Meaning. And I have a favorite podcast. I try to listen to this Daily Stoic, which is also quite good. These are short stories, but it helps you to constantly remind about what's important, what's not, on top of multiple business podcasts that you listen. It's good to have something that gives you like a feedback and reminds you what really matters.